sleep. Let's make it happen. Roll your shoulders back. Hands at heart. Take a nice deep reach, deep inhale. Exhale, bring the hands behind the low back, clasp the hands together, open up the chest, bring the chin towards the chest. Then release the hands and fold forward. Separate the feet nice and wide. Grab onto the opposite elbow. Let gravity do the work here. Long spine. Take a nice little rock back and forth. Let that stretch come into your neck. Maybe nod yes and no. And then release the hands for support to bring both feet back to your first downward facing dog. So pedal out the feet here, first time here, just really trying to stretch the back of the legs. Press the palms of the hands into the mat. Keep that neck loose, shoulders back and down. And then just to loosen up the hips, you're gonna lift that right leg up, bend the knee, and fan open that hip. Take note of how that feels compared to the other side. Left leg is gonna come up, open up that hip. And bring it down. Walk the hands back towards the feet and hang back in that ragdoll, or place the hands underneath the feet to get a deeper stretch in your hamstrings. Bend the knees and pull your chest towards your thighs, and then really straighten those legs best you can. Deep breath. Release the hands if they were under your feet. Walk out to your high plank. You're gonna bring your right foot to the outside of your mat. So to the outside of your right pinky. Keep your spine nice and long. Take the left knee down at any time you need to throughout the practice here. I'm gonna take mine down and move it around a little bit. Loosen up that left hip flexor. And then everybody taking that twist to the right knee. Might hear a pop, nice adjustment. Keeping the spine long. And then back to center. We're gonna go back to downward facing dog. Walk the hands back towards your feet. And right back out to a high plank, bringing the left foot to the outside of your mat. Hands are inside the left foot, right knee can go down. Do what feels good to you. Before you take that twist to the left knee. Goodness, that feels good. Downward facing dog. And we'll tiptoe the feet now towards the top of your mat. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. And roll it up. I'm going to tuck my shirt in here. Hands at heart. Fabulous. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive forward. Step just your right foot back. Rise up to that lunge. Exhale it down. Come and flow through to a downward facing dog. So inhale, cobra, lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Jumper step, top of your mat. Flat back. And fold. Right foot steps back again. Open up to warrior two. Right heel down, open up those arms. Right arm, right leg, reaching back, keeping the left knee bent. Straighten the front leg, reach a little further back. Then windmill the arms, coming forward, step back, flow through, downward facing dog. Tiptoe the feet towards the top of your mat and come into your yogi squat. Toes wide, heels down, chest up, elbows inside the knees. Nice deep breath. See if you can take that right arm to the sky. and back down. Maybe the left arm to the sky, and back down. And then press into the heels, face the toes the same direction, and take your time rolling up. Hands at heart center, feet together. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dive. Left foot goes back. Lunge position. Exhale, hands placed around the right foot, flow through, downward facing dog. Very nice. Jumper step, top of your mat, left foot goes back again, left heel goes down, warrior two. Push that right knee to the right, left hand, left leg, backward angle, reaching up, then back, keeping the right shoulder down. Straighten the right leg before you windmill it forward. Step back, flow through, downward facing dog. Top of your mat, flat back, and fold. Roll it up, and as you reach, just reach the left arm to the right. Push the left pinky into the ground, and then other side. Right hand up and over, push that right pinky toe down. Getting some length. Interlace the hands behind you like you did in the beginning. You can separate your feet a little bit more here. This time fold forward, trying to keep those hands interlaced. Nod the head around, relax. Then release the hands to the mat. Step or jump back, high plank. Right arm goes up, nice and strong, side plank. Move that right hand around. Then bring it down, left arm goes up, move it around. Loosening up the shoulder joint. And bring it down. Right foot back to that right pinky. You've been here before. Loosen up a little bit more by taking that right knee out to the right. Allow that hip to get stretched and opened up before you do the left side. Right hand, right leg back, left foot forward. Nice long spine. Left knee out to the left a little bit. And then stay as low as you can. You're gonna climb yourself back towards the back of your mat, inside of your right foot, and then back to the inside of your left foot. Do this one more time, as slow as you need to, as high or as low as you want to. Getting those inner thighs stretched out. And when you're back at your left foot, take it back to downward facing dog. Right leg is going to come up in the air. You've been here before as well. This time we're going to exhale, bring the knee in towards your chest, high plank. Back out nice and long. Bring it in. And out. Last time like that, in and out. Right leg comes through. Warrior three. All of your weight into your right leg. Airplane is an option here, or hands above the head. Lifting that left leg about hip height. Coming back to lunge. And back to downward facing dog. Left leg up in the air. Bring the knee in towards the chest. Exhale. Left leg goes through. Lunge into warrior three or airplane. Relax the shoulders. Keep that right leg as high as you can without lifting it too high. Back to a lunge. Back to downward dog. Yogi squat. Look where you want to go. Step or jump into it, top of your mat. Nice deep breath. Look up, press into the heels, stand up. Top of your mat, feet together. Balance in your left leg. Lift your right leg, lift the hands. Going back to that warrior three, now with a little bit more control. Then moving the hands into that airplane, palms up by your hips. Foot to foot. Then pick the right knee back up, grab onto the ankle or the big toe. Left arm still goes up. See if you can straighten out that right leg. And release. Very nice. Right leg steps back, lunge position, big reach. Open up, warrior two. Open up those hips, reach with those arms. Forward angle, reach forward and down. Triangle, straighten the front leg. Reach forward if you'd like. Then rise up. Wheel it back to the top of your mat for chair pose. Foot to foot, knee to knee. Lift those arms up, spin the pinkies under. Exhale, rise. Very nice. Balance on the right foot, lift the left. Lift the arms. Hinge at your hips, warrior three. Airplane. Top of your mat. Then lift the left leg again. Grab onto the ankle or the big toe with your left peace fingers, extending the left leg if you can. Gosh, that right bunion, I tell you, balance on that side is totally different. Lunge position, left leg back, right into that warrior two, and forward angle. Getting deep in that forward angle with the right knee over the ankle. Straighten the right leg, triangle. Reach forward, and rise. Chair pose, top of your mat. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Hands at heart. Relax. Very nice, guys. Ah, how we doing? Good? Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Jumper step back, high plank. Lower down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lift the hips. Right leg comes up. Right knee to right elbow. And back up. Right knee to left elbow. And back up. Do that again. Right elbow. Left elbow. Right leg can go through the body. The right foot goes down and the left arm goes up. Back to downward facing dog. Then to all fours. Take a child's pose here if you'd like. Take the hips left and right. And then moving into cat and cow. Exhale, rounding the back. Inhale, drop the belly. Beautiful. Good. Downward dog. Left leg up in the air. Left knee to left elbow. Left knee across the body underneath. Back out. Back to that left elbow. Back through the body. Place the left foot down. Bring the right arm up. Downward facing dog. Then back till you're all fours. Hips left and right, child's pose if you need it. Good. Then in all fours here, guys, you're gonna take your right hand as high up as you can, and like you're gonna thread the needle, but don't fully go into that child's pose. Reaching the arm up. Last one on the side. And other side, reaching up. Getting that T-spine rotation is what we're doing. And back to all fours. We're going to take a hover, so bend your toes underneath so that you can lift your knees to a hover. And you're going to go from downward dog to hover. And this is wonderful for that lower core. So activating those muscles, but also stretching the shoulders and the upper back. Last one. Perfect. And back to all fours. We'll take that child's pose, really reaching the hands forward, driving the hips back. And then, my favorite, walk the hands all the way back behind you and do what you're comfortable with. Opening up your chest, relaxing your neck maybe. Should feel good. Pick a side to roll into to come back to your all fours. And last thing here before we come back to our downward dog, right hand, left leg, reaching out, elbow to knee underneath, reach back out. Do that again, or try reaching back behind you for that left foot. If you have the foot, push the foot into the hand, opening up that right pec. Before we relax and release, do the other side. Making yourself even. So maybe you do a few elbows to knees before taking that bind. And release. Hands slightly in front, tuck the toes, downward dog. And walk the hands back to your last yogi squat. We have so much room in front of us, so we might as well try to balance. Stay right here, stretch what you need to, or I know you can do it. Hands placed right in front of you, and use a little bit of a rocking motion, 1 foot at a time, lifting off the mat, looking at that third point, or trying to look back towards your thumbs. And then back to that yogi squat. How do we do? All right. Lift from the hips, face the toes towards the top of your mat. And walk your hands out. Bring yourself down all the way onto your belly. Press up to a modified cobra or full cobra. Lower yourself back down. Bow pose. Try to grab onto the foot or at the ankle. Maybe you just grab onto one. Maybe you grab onto both. Deep breath. And relax, release, pressing yourself up and back, downward facing dog. Very nice. Tiptoe the feet, top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. And roll it up. Stack the vertebrae. Shoulder roll back. Hands at heart. Fabulous. Spread the toes of the right foot. We're going to do eagle arms and legs. So stay with me here. You're going to take your left, first come into a chair pose, taking your left knee over your right thigh, taking your right elbow underneath your left elbow. Try to grab onto your left thumb. If you can wrap that left ankle around the right ankle, do it. Before we relax, release, deep breath. Fabulous, other side. Chair pose first. Right knee over the left thigh. Left elbow underneath the right elbow. Trying to grab onto the right thumb. Really sit low in that balance pose. Lift your elbows high and your hands away. And then release. Relax. Beautiful, guys. Here we go. We got a nice flow coming up, and then we're on our backs. Inhale, reach. Leave the hands high. Tuck the chin in and the tailbone under. Then dive forward. Step the left foot back. Rise up to a lunge. Flow through, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, left heel down, warrior two. Stay with me. Triangle pose. Straighten the right leg, right hand to right shin. Look up at the left thumb. Reach forward. Rise up. Wheel it down. Step back. Flow through, downward dog. Step or jump, top of your mat. Flat back, and fold. Left foot steps back. Come up to that lunge, same side, I know. Airplane or warrior three. Back to a lunge. Back to warrior two. Forward angle. Take a half bind or a full bind here. No bird of paradise today, don't worry. Hands release inside of the right foot. And then you're gonna like this. You get your reward. Take that right foot to the left side of your mat. 3 deep breaths. Pigeon pose. Stretching that right hip. Move around as needed. Keep your hips square. 1 more deep breath. Perfect. And then you're going to step back both feet and bring your right hand up. Try to bring your right leg up, or if that's not happening, bring your left leg up. Grab onto the foot, perhaps the big toe, the ankle, with the right hand before we release to downward dog. Walking our hands back towards our feet. Nice deep breath. And then walking our hands back out to just downward facing dog. Then tiptoe the feet towards the top of your mat and roll it up. Reach up. Hands to heart center. Inhale, reach again. Exhale, dive forward. Step or jump back. Flow through, downward dog. Left foot forward, lunge. Flow through. Use that breath. Hold a cobra if you need to. Left foot in, right heel down, warrior two. Triangle pose. Left leg straightens. Use that right side of your body, lifting you up and out of that left hand. Reaching forward, rising up. Wheel it down, flow through, downward dog. Step or jump in, but then take that right foot back again, lunging into warrior three. shoulders aren't relaxed. That's why airplane is a wonderful choice. Back into a lunge. Back into warrior two. Forward angle. Taking that half bind or full bind. Whatever you're able to do while still looking up. Release the hands inside of the left foot and come into your pigeon pose. Ten more minutes here of this flow class. Lots of stretching coming your way. But right now, push yourself into that plank. Left arm comes up. Left or right leg comes up. Downward dog. Take that all fours positioning and place the right hand behind your neck. Take the right elbow down towards the mat and back. So similar to thread the needle motion. Getting that T-spine nice and loose. And switch. Left hand behind the neck, left elbow towards the mat. Very nice. Hands inside of the knees, right in front of the knees. And if you'd like to take tripod, do so. If you don't want to take tripod, just take the top of your head to the mat, and this is your inversion. Otherwise, tuck that toe, see if you can place one knee or both knees on the triceps. Should be able to still see your thumbs. Hold here. And then bring it back down. Child's pose, knees nice and wide. And roll it back up into that fabulous downward dog. Walking our hands back towards our feet. Relaxing your neck, releasing any tension that might have built up. And then walking those hands back out. Last twist of the day. Right foot forward, exhale, open up towards the knee. Hold it there, or see if you can grab onto that left foot with the right hand. Pushing the heel towards the glutes to get that quad stretch. Good, and our other twist is coming about halfway through here. Both toes facing same direction, straddle position. Left hand stays on the ground, right hand goes up towards the ceiling. Back to center. Use the back chain of your body here. Reach your arms out like a T, then lift up. Face the right toes back towards the top of your mat and wheel it forward. Step back and exchange it for the left foot. Exhale, open up towards the knee. Drop the right knee, see if you can grab onto the right foot. Play around with your knee angle. It's wonderful when you can get the hip flexor stretch there. And release that and walk about halfway. Straddle your feet. Right hand stays placed. Big twist to the left. Come back to center. Flat back, arms out. Rise up. Left toes face the top of your mat. Wheel it down and step forward. First come into a chair pose. Then step your left leg back. It's almost like a full lunge. Take the twist, left elbow, right thigh. left knee down if you need to. Come back to center. Come back to chair pose. Right leg goes back, twist to the left. Back to center. This time stepping back into your last downward dog. Deep breath. And tiptoe the feet in, top of your mat. And sit on your butt, rock and roll. It's a little slippery on this mat. I'm trying this new mat. It's called Nabosu. It's like trigger points for your feet and hands. Interlace your hands or grab onto your opposite wrist. And really trying to stretch out your upper back here. So rounding out the spine, chin towards your chest again, pulling from your thighs. Maybe take the ears to the sides. And then take your time rolling back. And take your knees over your hips, arms out like a T. And start to just go a little bit left and right, or you can go all the way, full range of motion here. Just trying not to let them collapse to the floor yet. Use those obliques a little bit. Then meet me in the center and release the right leg all the way down to the mat. Take the left knee a little bit out to the left. Push the right heel into the ground. And then place the left ankle on the right thigh. This is your second hip opener. And do what you feel like doing right now. So for some of you, again, really try different motions. That's going to help your hip. So I'm trying to loosen up my hip by kind of rocking left and right with my foot on the ground. I feel that in a great way in my low back. You can hug it in towards your chest. Or you can even take that left foot towards the floor on the other way and get a nice twist and opener that way. That's going to get a little bit more IT band. Either way, come back to center, give your knees a good hug, rock and roll a little bit, forward and back. We're going to come up to a boat pose here. Find that nook, heels down or up. Belly tight, arms out. Extend the boat out if you know you can, or if you want to try. Back to a regular boat if you're not there already, and then rock it back. And slowly lower it to a steady position. To extend that right leg or left leg long, whatever side you didn't do, if you didn't do the other side with me. So stretching it long, taking the right knee out to the side, or the opposite knee. And again, listen to your body. Do what you feel you need to do. I'm never one to, you have to do what I do, right? So my body is tighter in ways that might not be your body. So these are just suggestions. Maybe you need another twist, taking the knee across your body. Or maybe you need that extra hip opener. I know I do on the right side. So doing what your body is calling you to do, all while leaving your shoulders away from your ears and keeping that deep breath. Wonderful. Wherever you're at, come into into a butterfly, palms of your feet together, knees wide, chin towards your chest. Just try to keep that spine long. And then take the knees towards one another. Take the heels as close to your butt as you can get them. And then peel yourself up into a bridge. Interlace the hands underneath, or try to grab onto your own ankle. It's just like bow pose, but in a bridge. And then roll it down slow. Take the feet all the way up as straight as you can. Arms are still out for support. Make a circle in one direction. Circle that ceiling. Turn on those belly muscles. And then reverse the circle. Nice massage for the low back. And nice exercise for the core. Good, and then if you're comfortable, you're gonna take shoulder stance or plow, or just relax right here, okay? So if you know shoulder stance and plow, feel free to follow me, walking your hands up your spine. Nice inversion here. My weight is in my arms, not in my neck. And then I'm going to hinge at my hips to slowly bring the feet behind me and relax. And again, wherever you're at, start to roll yourself down. Grab onto your big toes with your peace fingers and come into a happy baby, or with straight legs, rock left and right. And relax, release, guys. Find a comfortable position to relax in. We're going to take one nice deep belly breath. And then straighten those arms over your head. And exhale, roll it up, bend the knees if you need to. Sit back where I can see you guys. Sit on those sit bones, nice and tall, nice and long. Relax, release, fold forward, trying to grab onto the toes. Give yourself a little foot massage. And then sit in that comfortable seat. Keep in good posture. Bring your hands to heart center. And namaste.